Most B2B companies don't stop growing because demand dries up. They actually stop growing because the business gets too complex to scale. And more leads don't fix it, more reps don't fix it, and more effort definitely doesn't fix it. The issue is structure. So, what is going on, guys? My name is John Magner. If you're new to the page, I've built and scaled multiple B2B sales teams to $500,000 to $1 million a month. And today I'm going to be going over why most B2B companies stop scaling. And I work with a lot of B2B companies that already have traction, deals are coming in, revenue is coming in, but growth feels harder every single quarter. And if that's you, this video is going to explain exactly why and what actually unlocks the next level. Now, scaling requires narrowing, not expanding. And the biggest mistake that companies make when trying to scale is actually adding more. Adding offers, more customer types, more acquisition channels, and it feels logical to diversify, hedge risk, and grow faster. But in reality, it creates complexity that kills momentum. And scaling starts by narrowing. You gotta have one core offer, one clear ideal customer, and one primary acquisition path. And that focus makes everything else easier, whether that's marketing, sales, hiring, or fulfillment, because growth actually compounds when the business is simple enough to repeat. Now, number two is your offer has to do the heavy lifting. And most companies think they have a traffic problem when in reality, they just have an offer problem. Because if the offer isn't clear, valuable, and actually outcome driven, your marketing is going to underperform. Sales cycles are going to take way longer. Close rates are going to stall or even go down. And retention is going to suffer. And a strong offer makes scaling easier because number one, it attracts the right buyer. Number two, it filters out bad fit prospects. Number three, it reduces explanation during sales. And lastly, it supports premium pricing, which makes everything a lot easier. And the better the offer, the less effort required everywhere else. Now, part number three is going to be that free value should actually pre-sell, but it shouldn't entertain. And content and lead magnets are supposed to make growth easier, but most companies use them in a way that actually creates more work. And if your content only educates at a surface level, sales has to do all the convincing. And the purpose of free value is to clearly define a problem for your audience, explain why it's hard to solve alone, show the cost of inaction, and lastly, position your solution as the logical next step. And when this is done correctly, prospects show up already convinced and sales becomes alignment, not persuasion. Now, part number four is that growth breaks when the path is unclear. And another silent growth killer is unclear flow. Prospects bounce between platforms. They don't know what to do next. They reach out randomly or not at all. And all this does is it creates friction. And friction creates absolute mayhem, and it kills scale. And every single piece of traffic should have, number one, clear call to action. Number two, one defined conversion path. And number three, a simple qualification before time is actually invested for the sales rep. And when the path is obvious, volume increases without chaos. Now, part number four is going to be that pricing determines how big you can get. And pricing based on time just caps your growth. It ties revenue to effort, it makes delegation harder, and it turns services into commodities. And outcome-based pricing does the opposite. It increases your perceived value, it supports way higher margins, and it simplifies sales conversations, which allow teams to sell consistently. And if you want to scale, price the result, not the labor. Now, the last part is that systems scale, not talent. And a business doesn't scale because of great people, it scales because of clear systems. Sales, marketing, and fulfillment needs defined processes, basic qualification rules, consistent execution, and feedback loops for improvement. And once systems are all in place, talent actually amplifies growth instead of limiting it. And that's when the business can actually grow beyond the founder. And the reality is scaling isn't about doing more. It's actually about removing friction, simplifying decisions for both you, your team, and the prospects, and building systems that repeat. And when structure is right, growth becomes predictable, teams become effective, and the business compounds. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about this, like, comment, subscribe. Now, if you want a free guide on how you guys can actually scale while making your business a lot more simple, DM me scale down below and I'll give you the free guide. Thanks, guys.